Ian was watching this from the time he was really a little boy, a year old, watching me carve. And I think something about this, not only the watching, but it's the hearing the sound, and also there's a lovely aroma of white cedar. It's very noticeable when you walk in the shop. It was something that connected with him. And all these things kind of conjoined as he went through life with the carving and the hunting, using waders and using them hard and heavy. And here we are today building a great set of waders for people that share his interest and passion.
My name is Brian Terry, and I'm a fourth generation waterman. Our family employs over 50 employees. We are operational 360 days out of the year, early in the morning until all hours of the evening. All 4 seasons, rain, sleet, snow, or shine. In the aquaculture world, we walk through so many types of different environments, whether it be really soft mud with oyster shells and other types of sharp debris, anticipating to cut somebody's foot wide open. Experiencing really intense foul weather has also given me a really good understanding of what it takes to develop gear to withstand these type of environments that we're in when we're out working or we're out duck hunting. We were typically using, on average, about 6 to 8 pairs of waders per season per person. When you multiply that by the amount of people we have employed, it gets very expensive very quickly. Having an inadequate product, and an expensive inadequate product at that, had forced us to do some research to try to find a manufacturer that could create a commercial grade product to withstand the rigors that we go through. And a lot of energy and a lot of effort. Reached out to a lot of manufacturers, both abroad and stateside, and no one could meet the challenge. We decided to start off and do it ourselves. I looked at doing it myself and realized that that was a project much larger than one person could take on at one time and still have a full-time job. So I reached out to a fellow friend, duck hunter, decoy carver, Ian McNair, to assist me in this endeavor.
My name is Ian McNair, and my father is Mark McNair, and we are both professional decoy carvers. He started carving in his mid-20s, which was 40 plus years ago.
When Ian was an infant, he would spend time with me out in the studio. He had a little bouncy seat, and he watched me work. So I think some of his earliest memories were watching me and hearing the sound of wood being cut. And when he was old enough and he wanted to participate, he had a little tiny spoke shave. And he was probably only 3 or 4 years old, and I showed him how to use it. As he got older and he participated in going out and hunting, he decided he really wanted to make his own decoys.
My father and I fashioned together a small rig of black duck decoys from cork and cedar that we used on our property on a point on the Chesapeake Bay. I can still remember the first time that we took them out, we placed them in the water, we waited, and a small group of mallards came in to check out the decoys. They circled the decoys, and as they came in, I jumped up with my great-grandfather's 20 gauge humpback, pointed at a beautiful drake mallard, and promptly fired right behind it. Of course, it was disappointing, but there's no question about it. From that point on, I was hooked. What I wanted for Christmas that year was a pair of chest waders. They might not have been the best chest waders, but I didn't care. I was a teenager. I was hunting over my own decoys, and I can still see, looking back, that the seeds were planted for what would become high and dry in that first pair of waders.
So they had a keen awareness of the practical use of waders, walking in the marsh, in and out of boats, the things that they accomplished so well, and also their failings. And I think that really set them up for building a set of waders that would overcome all the pitfalls and shortcomings of the waders that they had grown up with.